Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to my channel. It's Brittany here with another video to help you guys live a happy, healthy, awesome life in a wheelchair. And today I want to talk to you guys about how to stay positive with a spinal cord injury, especially if you're newly injured and everything seems so damn hard and it's just hard to remain in a good mind space. So I have written down a few things that I think you either need to learn to cope with or do to help you stay happy with a spinal cord injury. So let's get started. Number one is make the daily struggles neutral stimulus. So what I mean by this is the things that are most frustrating to you about your spinal cord injury, make them not take away your happiness. They don't have to make you happy, but they don't have to make you unhappy either. So as an example, my bowel routine always used to piss me off for years. I'm talking like 10 years. It would piss me off and I would try and do it as little as possible because I hated getting up in the morning. I hated doing digital stimulation. I hated everything about bowel routine. It took long, it was annoying, it was gross, it was dirty. And I would be so frustrated every time I did it. Like I would just be like, have to do bowel routine and just be mad about bowel routine. Like such a stupid thing to be mad about, but it started my day. And then it would just kind of snowball into a whole bunch of other frustrating things. So the minute that I decided to allow myself to stop being unhappy about my bowel routine was the minute it became neutral stimulus. Now I'm not like excited to stick my finger up my butt so that I can go poop. I'm not excited about that, but I'm also not pissed off about it. I just put my suppository in, I roll over, read a book until I'm ready to get up, then I go do my bowel routine. And I know it's part of my day. It's like brushing my teeth or wiping my ass. It's not something that I'm gonna complain about because it has to be done. So that is number one. And there's gonna be a lot of things in the beginning that are super frustrating and everything seems hard until it becomes easy as you do it more. So that takes time for those frustrating things to become more neutral stimulus as you become better and stronger at all of the things that you have to learn with a spinal cord injury. So give yourself some grace with this one, but please don't wait 10 years like I did to make things that are like hard and difficult, challenging on a daily basis. Please don't wait as long as I did to make them a neutral stimulus because you don't want to wake up every day and be pissed off. So that's number one. Number two is try to be involved in as much as you can, even if it has to be in a new way. So I waited a really long time to try recreational activities like hand cycling, sports, anything outdoorsy because I was afraid of the transfer, to be honest. I was afraid to transfer into the hand cycle or whatever. And so I missed out on a lot of years of being part of things that I could do with other people that I loved and to feel like I was part of that recreational activity still. So I had this burden complex for a lot of years, like it's not as much fun with me there anyway. And that's bull. If you stop going, people get used to you not being there. And then they stop inviting you because they think you don't want to be there. So if you don't go, then you can't blame them for not wanting you there because they don't know that you want to be there. And the more you go, the more everybody in the whole situation figures out ways for it to be more accessible for you. And that can't happen unless you're actually there. Nobody starts to think of solutions for you unless you plan on going. Why would anybody else waste brain space to be like, I wonder how this could be more accessible for Brittany if she's never going to show up? Sometimes there's nice people out there that, see a situation and go, hey, I thought of you and how this might make it easier for you to get here. That happens every once in a while, but just in general, you actually have to show some interest in going places before people are going to start to find solutions and before you yourself are going to find solutions for how to make things more accessible for you. So just get involved in as much things as you can. If it becomes like you realize that it's like absolutely no fun and you've been 10 times and nobody has fun with you there and you don't have fun with you there, then you can decide not to go to that activity. But you can't just decide without trying that you're not going to be involved in things with people because you don't know until you try. So that is number two. Number three is assume people are well-intentioned. I was gonna say in this one, assume people are dumb but well-intentioned, but I don't know that everybody is dumb. People are just ignorant, but I try my best, even when people are doing something that I would think is stupid or not logical, like parking in a handicap stall, I still try to assume that they are well-intentioned. If people say that they're sad, that, they think it's sad that I'm in a wheelchair, or they say, you're too pretty to be in a wheelchair, or any of the dumb things that I hear, I've heard over the 23 years in a wheelchair, I just assume people are well-intentioned. I don't assume that anybody is malicious or trying to make my life harder, because if I assume that, then that is what I'm going to see. Where your focus goes, your energy flows. That is a quote I love. And if you focus on the bad stuff that happens to you all the time, you're going to see more bad stuff. It's like going to the car dealership and buying a blue car. Then you're like, everybody drives a blue car. And no more people drive a blue car than before you bought the blue car. You just have the blue car now. So you notice the blue car. And if you always notice the bad things or focus on the bad things in a situation, then you're going to notice those things. And if you think somebody's stupid, then you will see the ways that they are stupid. And if you think somebody is ill-intentioned, you're going to see ways that people are ill-intentioned. So try your best. It's really hard sometimes, but try your best to assume that everybody is well-intentioned, that they are just ignorant. And if you assume they're well-intentioned, then you can be really kind when you educate them about the things that they might have been doing wrong, or the etiquette that they are not using with people with disabilities, or whatever it is that you want to teach them. You can be kind while you do it. So that is number 3. Number 4 is don't resent people for doing the things that you want to do, especially the people that you love. This is another really hard one because jealousy and envy are a real thing when you have a spinal cord injury or any kind of disability that stops you from being and doing the things, being with the people and doing the things that you used to be able to do or that you want to be able to do. But it doesn't make any sense to resent the people for doing things that you wish you could do. It does make sense for you to be jealous and envious that they can still do them, but it doesn't make any sense for you to resent them. I know some people that they don't let, their family go and do things that they can't do. And that doesn't make any sense to me because I wish I could do that stuff. So why would I ever stop my kids from going and having an experience that I so badly want to have with them? I try my best to be involved in as much as I can, but if I can't and it's something that is absolutely not wheelchair accessible, I want my family to go and do that without me and then bring back the stories and take pictures and show me all of the fun that they had. And it's not going to make your relationship any better with the people if you are snarky at them because they were able to go and do something you couldn't do. Jealousy, totally normal. Resentment, not okay. So that is something you have to come to terms with. It's hard. This isn't like a how. How do you stop resenting people for doing the things that you want to do? This is just that you have to do it. So, positive self-talk about, the people that you love, having gratitude for the things that they do for you, whatever it is that you want to do in order to help you not be resentful of them, do it. But that's something that you definitely have to come to terms with. This isn't easy, and I'm not perfect at it because I always say my husband is the able-bodied asshole. So I do get frustrated with my husband a lot of times if I am struggling with something and want to be able to do it easier, but I don't resent him. I just get frustrated. So that one's hard, but it's something that you have to come to terms with if you want to be more positive and happy with a spinal cord injury. Okay, and then the last one, there's so many things I could talk about in this video, but these are just like the 5 that I thought were the most important. So the last one, number 5, is prioritize your health. It's really hard to be positive if you are overweight, in pain, sick, all of those things. And if you eat like shit, you don't exercise, you don't prioritize your health, those things are all going to happen to you, probably. Some people just have great genetics out there and they can eat whatever they want, even in a wheelchair, and they don't gain weight and all that stuff. But most of the time, people have to prioritize their health in order to keep it. And that's something that I would recommend to anyone with a spinal cord injury if you want to be happy long term. If I don't eat properly, I don't poop. If I don't poop, I'm really grumpy. I don't stretch as much as I should in terms of my upper body, like making sure that I'm stretching the muscles that are always being used. And I just had shoulder pain for like 3 days. And again, it reminded me like I have to prioritize my health. Health is also really important because you are able to maintain more independence if you weigh less, if you have stronger muscles. You're going to be more independent. You're going to be able to reach more. You're going to be able to get on the floor if you want to. You're going to be able to transfer better. Just any of the things that you want to be able to do in your life that matter to you, your health is going to, if you have improved health, it's going to help those things. If you don't have pain and you're not overweight and you poop and, if you don't have all these secondary things that come with not prioritizing your health, then you're going to be happier just on a daily basis. I know I am, and it makes a big difference for my mood and my outlook on life if I feel better about myself and I don't have to worry about being in pain and feeling sick. That probably could have been number one, because so much of your health comes from the food that you eat and the exercise that you do. But I didn't want to put it too high on the list because some of the other things are probably things that people are dealing with and feeling, especially if they are like newly injured. They're probably feeling that resentment towards people that they love that are able-bodied, and they are feeling like a burden, so they don't want to go places. So I wanted to touch on those other things first because I think those things are more important. In order for you to be happy, you have to learn how to cope with those other things first. And obviously, if you don't have health, you don't have anything else. But those other things are like probably more top of mind if you're really frustrated and feeling down in the dumps from being in a wheelchair. So those are my suggestions for how to live a happy life in a wheelchair, and I hope that they were helpful to you guys. If you have any other suggestions about what you think are the most important things in order to stay positive with a spinal cord injury, please put them in the comments, because I believe that is where everybody learns the most. When they come to a video, they can scroll down, read the comments, and learn from more people than just me. So that's all I got for you guys today. Until next time, guys, I will catch you on another video. Bye!